Hey everyone, it's Betty Louise, or Coach Betty. I'm the host of Green Think Internet Radio, and you're about to hear an excerpt from one of my interviews. Please check out the full show at womenonair.biz. That's www.womenonair.biz. Hope you enjoy it.
Well, hello, everybody. I am here with Steve Newcomb, the CEO of Virgance Activism 2.0 in San Francisco, California. So welcome to the show, Steve.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here.
So Virgance is a very interesting new company, and I was particularly intrigued with what I read on your website about your functioning to create as much good as possible in the planet. So let's start at the beginning now and talk about what Virgance really means.
Well, Virgance actually is the name of our company, and we chose it. It actually is a word that comes from a Star Wars movie. And what it means is that it is the birth of a powerful new force that could be used for good or for evil. And what we are referring to is the power of using people to cause change. And we want to always remind ourselves that at Virgance, we want to use the power of those people to always cause change that's positive and never negative.
I love that. So how do you do that? How do you have your company structured?
Well, what we do is much like Idea Lab was an incubator responsible for creating some of the most famous Web 1.0 companies. Virgance is an incubator that creates Activism 2.0 companies. And what we do is we seek out those rare intersections between two things that are normally in conflict with each other, and that is activism and capitalism. And we do this because we've had a fundamental realization that when activism and capitalism can work together, the result is an ability to create a campaign that can cause change on the scale of Manhattan Project. And it is our endeavor as a company to seek out these types of intersections and create as many of these campaigns as we are able to, because we see sustainability not as simply our next economic bubble, but rather because we think it's our generation's life's work.
So you've got a couple of campaigns that you're involved in right now where you see this alignment. Tell us about those.
Sure. It sometimes takes us up to a year, and in some cases up to as long as a year and a half, to find these intersections and then define campaigns. And in our efforts so far, we have created and launched two campaigns that sit at this intersection and are succeeding. Our first campaign is called One Block Off the Grid, and it's designed to cause the tipping point in the solar. And it does it by using the power of large solar buying groups that come together and then work with business and government to actually cause a game-changing differential in how much solar costs. We've actually gone from the average cost out-of-pocket for solar from $40,000 to now today we actually have reduced that all the way down to $1,000. And that is actually causing a tipping point already in the Bay Area where we have a dominant market share. And what we're doing right now is this quarter we're exporting that program to everywhere in California to tip California. And by the end of the year, we will be in nearly every city in the nation.
Wow. So let me just go back to that 4,000 to 1,000 again. Who is saving $3,000?
It's actually 40,000 to 1,000.
40,000 to 1,000. Oh my gosh, 30. So say that one more time for the listeners.
So a couple of years ago, when you're trying to get solar, it was really for the affluent homeowner because you had to pay so much money out of pocket. And what One Block Off the Grid does is it combines federal rebates, state rebates, local rebates, and then we negotiate an additional 10 to 20% price rebate because we're such a large buying club. And that brings it all the way down to about $9,000 average per home. And then because of our large buying power, we negotiated with the financing institutions and banks to get $100 million available for financing to our members, which takes that $9,000, and then now all you need is little as $1,000 down to get solar.
Oh, my God.
And that's how we do it.
That is just amazing, just simply amazing. So what is the other campaign?
If you like what you've heard and want to get more information about how to be green, sustainable, conscious, check out womenonair.biz. That's www.womenonair.biz. Stay tuned.